I'm shattered and isolated during my pregnancy, grappling with my husband's infidelity with a colleague, longing for the family I believed we'd build. In April, at 12 weeks pregnant, I discovered that my husband, 28, was cheating on me with a woman from his workplace. I'm now 28 and the pain lingers. We've been married since the summer of 2018, together since 2014. Our 9th anniversary is approaching, and I'm 30 weeks pregnant with our first child. I always thought I'd leave instantly if my partner betrayed me, as I couldn't tolerate such disrespect. But I never imagined it would happen after investing over 8 years in this man. We share a home, 2 cars, 2 dogs, a cat, and the dream of raising a child together. My pregnancy hormones might be amplifying my emotions, but it's August now, and I'm exhausted from waking up in pain daily. When I confronted him, he admitted to sleeping with her 3 times. I was struggling with severe morning sickness, vomiting all day and barely able to function during my first trimester. He knew how unwell I was. His demanding job kept him busy, but he always checked in with me, sweet calls between meetings, texts to confirm he'd arrived safely. It wasn't something I demanded. It was just how we were, always eager to connect during spare moments, a habit we'd nurtured for years. I gave him a second chance because I was blindsided. It didn't add up, and with a long-desired pregnancy, I clung to the vision of our family. We agreed he'd end it with her the next day, which he claimed wouldn't be hard since it was purely physical. She knew about me. I'd visited his office for lunches, and my photos were on his desk, constant reminders of my existence. He later revealed she jokingly said I was too attractive for him and teased about stealing me, as she leaned heavily toward women. Before the affair, he described her as someone most colleagues, except one, found unappealing. He said she took the breakup calmly at first, but later returned, crying and begging him not to leave her, citing abandonment issues. I didn't care about her reasons. I was his partner of nearly 9 years, carrying his child. He insisted it was over, got tested for STIs, showing me clean results, a non-negotiable condition, and we moved forward. For a month, I was a wreck, sobbing when he left for work, sometimes pleading with him to stay home. We had a long-planned vacation in May, and I hoped it would reconnect us. But I was deteriorating, losing 22 pounds from inability to eat, vomiting constantly, my face breaking out in what looked like hives from the strain of crying and retching. The trip was a mix of fleeting good moments and overwhelming distrust. My intuition screamed something was still wrong. He gave me access to his phone, and I checked it openly and secretly, finding nothing. But the nagging feeling persisted. One morning in May, while he showered, I grabbed his phone from his work clothes. Expecting nothing, I found WhatsApp messages from her from the previous night. He'd had a long workday, one I dreaded even before the affair because it kept us apart. I'd offered to bring him lunch despite the hour-long drive, but he declined, saying a colleague would get him food. In reality, she brought him lunch, and their texts overlapped with his messages to me. She wrote, "I miss you," and he echoed it. Later texts joked about clearing the office to be alone with her saying, "Now I get to have you." At 16 weeks pregnant, reading those words broke me. Confronted, he admitted he never stopped seeing her. He claimed the office incident wasn't sex. She'd tried to initiate something, but he pushed her away after she got too close. He viewed it as a betrayal of our agreement, believing I'd leave if I knew, so he continued the affair, thinking he'd already lost me. I left the next day, staying with my aunt and our dogs for a few days before returning to our home and asking him to leave. It felt unfair that I, pregnant, and our pets, 2 dogs and a cat, all bonded and accustomed to our routine, should suffer while he faced no consequences. The animals were stressed, barely eating, and our cat, attached to me, was alone too long while he worked. Now at 30 weeks, I'm preparing to sell our house and move to my dad's with our pets and soon-to-be-born daughter. The hurt is unbearable. I saw him as my soulmate, my rock through years of shared joys and losses, my mother's death, our first miscarriage, his estrangement from his mother. Our friends and family are stunned, as we were the couple who could weather anything. I can't afford a lawyer until the house sells, and the word divorce reduces me to tears, though I know it's inevitable. I'd likely take him back if he made the right promises, but he's practically living with her. Her car is always at his apartment, even when he's not there. He claims she doesn't have a key and won't interfere with his role as a father, but she dislikes children and pets, which makes her character clear. He says he doesn't want to end our marriage, but claims he's not right for me now, citing a sudden belief that monogamy isn't for him. Yet he's living monogamously with her, recreating our life. It's devastating to see her in my place, sharing meals and rides with him. I confronted her once, and she laughed, shrugging when I said she destroyed my family and took my daughter's father. I blame them both. She knew he was married and he broke his vows. He avoids accountability, and I'm left alone, pregnant, managing our home and pets, consumed by grief. I can't go no contact because of the house sale and co-parenting. I hate him myself and my weakness for still loving him. I'm terrified I'm not strong enough for the future, especially co-parenting with him. I just wanted the family we planned, the one we dreamed of through years of fertility struggles. I'm alone in this quiet house, packing up a life I thought was mine, and I don't know how to move forward. Update June 11, 2026. My daughter, now 8 months old, was born 2 weeks early after my water broke. I drove myself to the hospital, labored, and gave birth alone. She's healthy, perfect, and the love I feel for her is overwhelming. My family, dad, brothers, aunt, adores her, and living with my dad has brought us closer than ever. Motherhood is my greatest joy. My ex was served divorce papers in February, finalized in May. After my daughter's birth, my love for him vanished, replaced by disgust. He visits her for an hour weekly, doing the bare minimum while portraying himself as a devoted dad online. Our parenting plan is stalled because he nitpicks every draft. Shockingly, his affair partner cheated on him the week our divorce finalized, and he kicked her out. He later came back, begging for forgiveness, but I was already moving on. I met someone new when my daughter was 2 months old. Despite my trust issues, this man is kind, patient, and understanding. We started dating casually, and in March, we became official. He's met my family, adores my daughter, and she loves him. I've met his brother and sister-in-law, and I'll meet his parents soon. He's a stable, loving presence, and I'm cautiously hopeful he's genuine. If he betrays me, I know I'm strong enough to leave, as I did with my ex. The house hasn't sold, which is frustrating, but life is better than I expected. My dad's help and love for his granddaughter are heartwarming. My boyfriend treats us wonderfully, restoring my faith in love. My ex's affair partner's betrayal feels like karma, but my focus is on my daughter and this new chapter. I'm healing, stronger than I realized, and hopeful for the future.